Hello and welcome to my video. My name is Karim Mustafa. I'm a student in group 248Q in the Faculty of Science, Nantes University. And today I'm going to talk about our English blog that we created on the site Wix. And we named it To Watch Next. Because actually it's like movies review blog. So it's like some recommendations for you to watch next. Actually, in my room, I spoke about my favorite actor, like my favorite movies for my favorite actor. And actually, my favorite actor is Channing Tatum. Like, I really admire all his work, and like I have seen almost all of his movies. And so I talked about my favorite movies for him. I spoke about The Vow, which was the movies I picked in the romantic category, and then I spoke about the White House Down. White House Down, yeah, which I chose in the action category. And then actually I had to choose Coach Carter, because it's okay, he didn't have like a big role in this movie, but it was already his debut, and it was like one of the best movies ever created in the history of sports, for real. Like, it's so inspiring and it has so much meaning inside of it. So I really loved this movie, so I had to talk about it as well. And then for my last movie, I chose Step Up, because I'm a big fan of like all of the Step Up movies, all of them, like literally all of them, not just the one with Channing Tatum. So actually it was I found that he was already in my favorite movies collection, so I had to talk about this as well. So actually I will start by talking about my first one. It was The Vow. Actually, in this post I spoke about what I really liked the most in the video, how the video affected me, how did it touch me, what I felt during the movie, you know, like the point of view of the actor himself, how was he feeling during this movie. I tried to like create some sort of imagination of my reflection about this movie. And actually I quoted as well, like I wrote my favorite quotes in this movie, because there was some really touching quotes they said. So I really loved this one. And for my second one was White House Down. It was one of the best action movies I have ever seen, for real. Like it's a movie that is really going to get you off your seat, like all the time. There is always some action, there's always suspension, there's always some excitement and events that's happening all the time. It was really a good one. And also there was the pressure of having his daughter with him during all of this. So it was like he wasn't just defending himself or the president, he was also defending his daughter. And actually each one of them, they were like a great unit, and they really saved each other's life multiple times. So actually it was a really good movie. I really loved it. And for my third movie, it was Coach Carter. As I already said before, I really loved the fact that actually he came like a coach, a basketball coach, but actually he left like a second father. You know, he didn't just care about his career, he didn't just care about the results, he didn't just care about all of this. Actually he created a magnificent team. They became so strong after being like failures and losers. They almost lost all of their matches. They were like a completely easy opponent, and he turned them to some real athletes and some real basketball players that are capable of scaring any opponent who comes against them. So actually he did his job very well as a basketball coach, but also he cared about their future more than his career. So actually he cared about their grades, he cared about their presence in classes, he cared about all of this, because he didn't want them to end up like most of their friends, in jail or dead or drug dealing or anything, which was actually most of the students in their neighborhood ended up like this. So he really cared about them as humans more than he cared about them just as athletes. So it was a really good movie. It's so inspiring and so motivating, and like actually the ending, I think if the ending could have been a bit better, but I don't want to spoil the movie, so I'm not going to say more than this about it. For the last one, it was Step Up. So actually in this one, I really loved this movie, and like Step Up was the one with Channing Tatum. Actually, it was like my favorite in all of the collection. So actually, it's like he started from the bottom, really at the bottom, and then he kept raising, and kept going up, step by step, until he became like he had a reason to fight for. You know, when you have no reason to fight for, when you don't have nothing to do in life, actually life become meaningless. And actually he was completely lost. His life had no sense, any meaning or anything. So actually I really like the fact that even the principal of the school itself, she was encouraging him and everything. So it was like a really good movie. And the fact that at the end he became someone who has had so much value after being someone who does not anything, and he didn't care about any consequences of his actions, and he was like completely lost, and he became a real human with a real value.